Okay.
Okay.
I don't want to talk about hockey. That might be the first time in forever.
That is forever because USA.
I just lay it on the floor for a little bit.
Yeah. Was it like the Mariners picture?
Gosh, I don't want to talk about the Mariners either.
Oh.
I want to talk about your stupid. I know I'm wearing a Mariners hat.
Yeah.
So, whoops.
What?
Sorry. I don't know.
And the crowd goes wild because Isaac doesn't want to talk about the Mariners.
My dad put on spring training anyway. We got to get this started.
Yeah.
Okay. Getting this started.
Reel it in.
Welcome to the house episode 30. Brian's back.
I'm back, baby.
Brian and Isaac.
With my new apparel because I bleed blue, Isaac. I bleed blue. Freddie gonna do Freddie, and we're here. Hey, Isaac, do you hear that? Do you hear that? Do you hear those steps? Oh, yeah, it's the champs coming back.
You have joined
It's
the most
champs
reviled,
coming back.
just hated franchise.
LA has got to be the best
single-handedly
sports town
leading the
in
MLB
the world
into
right
a
now.
lockout, and you just jump on the bandwagon when it's at the top of the mountain. And like, I love that we've gotten you to watch baseball.
Yeah, I'm like into it. I'm
hate-
keeping my like YouTube live subscription so I can watch baseball this year.
I just hate that it's the Dodgers that you just get to immediately have success. But
I
you
think
know
it's
what?
cool.
I hope that someday when we're old and gray, I'll call you up and be like, hey, remember how you did the same thing in baseball that you did in football, and you jumped on the Raiders bandwagon and you jumped on the Dodgers bandwagon, and then they lost for 50 years. That's what I want to happen.
Yeah.
When the Seattle Mariners have won back-to-back
on
World
the-
Series.
I didn't jump on the. I've been a Raiders fan since like 2000.
Yeah, I know.
I didn't jump on their bandwagon.
Jumped on their bandwagon in 2000,
No.
and then they sucked for forever. That's what's going to happen with the Dodgers.
Okay.
It's a you problem.
It's a me problem.
Yeah, my dad turned on spring training the other day, and I just was like,
Yeah.
why do I have to watch the Mariners again, dude?
Yeah.
48
I'm really
years.
watching. I'm going to be really honest with you. What I'm really watching and what I'm like intrigued about with the Dodgers is I don't agree with Shohei's money, and he just had shoulder surgery, and they're like easing him back, and they want to do the same. Like from what I read, they want to do the same thing that they did with him last year, and just kind of ease him into it. And I'm just so interested to see if he's him.
Yeah, but he was a DH all last year,
Yeah.
and they won the World Series. So clearly they have the talent around him
For sure.
to
For
treat
sure.
him
You wanna
like a
know why?
fragile little China
You
doll.
want to know why?
Why?
Because Freddie's doing Freddie, baby.
Freddie is doing Freddie. And Teoscar re-signed there.
Yeah.
And just,
Yeah, dude. Dodgers are just like, we're going to break the bank.
What's crazy for the Mariners is that everyone is back. Not in a good way in
No.
every sense, but like
They're like, oh, do we suck?
it's
Let's
the
run it back.
Yeah, it's like the opposite of the Dodgers where it's like, hey, we won a World Series. Everybody's back. Except it's, hey, we didn't make the playoffs. Everybody's back. At least our starting rotation is still there. Oh,
man.
speaking, I am getting ready for baseball season. You see the new drip?
The new drip.
At my house.
Looking
Baseball
swag-tastic.
drip, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah. For summertime. Okay, so hockey USA lost, and I had to stop watching hockey for like a week. Baseball,
It's
I
on
don't want
right
to think
now,
about the
though.
Mariners.
It's on now.
It is on
In
right
the
now.
studio.
The Leafs were down 2-0 at one point. They're clawing their way back against Boston. So hockey bad. Baseball bad. Football over. I guess that means I watched Golden State play the other day. And let me tell you, Jimmy Butler and Draymond Green and Klay Thompson and Stephen Curry.
Klay Thompson is on the Dallas Mavericks. Right?
I know, but you know what?
They beat Klay Thompson.
Right.
Yeah.
It was his return back to
This is like his third game back.
San Francisco.
His first game back,
right?
it was his first game back was super cool because they like honored him and like the fans all wore captain hats. Because if you don't know, Klay Thompson used to ride his boat across to the game. And so that's where he gets the name captain.
Okay.
Captain Klay.
So he was just back. It wasn't like his first game back. Or
No,
something.
this is like his third. I think
Okay.
their series is that was either their third or their fourth game.
Well, they stomped the Mavericks.
They stomped him.
Yeah.
And so what's
Trade
crazy,
starting to look very bad for Dallas.
They're like They didn't trade. He left in free agency.
No. The Dallas Mavericks making the Luka trade.
Oh, yeah.
For the Lakers, working out fantastic. For the Mavericks, working out how a lot of people said it was going to work out, which was not good.
Welcome to Street Clothes, Anthony Davis. I hope you enjoy the show because Lakers fans have been watching it for years now, and we're over it, and we're happy to see it in Dallas. No, he really did make a turnaround the last 2 years where he played a good majority of games, but I think everybody was waiting for this to happen, and I just think it's so hilarious that it happened when he went to Dallas. The scary part, though, is before he went down, that team looked insane. Insane.
They're still 5-5 in their last 10.
Yeah.
But it's crazy to me the way that Golden State handled them in that game I was watching.
So
the fact that Golden State is still behind them in the standings.
Well, Golden State, because they got
behind. But because they were way down.
They were
for a little
sinking ship, and they still and so Draymond Green, All-Star Weekend, decides that he's going to go on TV and guarantee. He talks about how Jimmy Butler has revitalized the energy. Things feel good. We have belief. We used to go into games knowing we were going to lose. We don't have that feeling anymore, and guaranteed a championship. And I just think it could happen. I'm sorry.
Crazy.
It could happen because you know what? I didn't love the trade at first, but then the more that I looked at it, it is just such a good, because what do the Warriors want to do, dude? They want to Stephen Curry wants to size you up and he wants to splash threes in your face all day. What does Jimmy Butler wants to do? He wants to drive, he wants to cut. That's going to be the perfect setup for the way that Golden State is, because they're going to have plenty of room to cut, and Jimmy Butler wants to get to the line. And the amount that Jimmy Butler can get to the line is disgusting. It needs to be investigated.
And Steph historically is not known as a selfish player, someone that struggles with handing off the ball, right?
Yeah.
And so, I was surprised watching that game.
Yeah.
How cohesive everything looked.
Yeah, so quick too, right? It's just night and day. The Warriors are 4-1 since, or maybe 5-1 now, since the Jimmy Butler trade.
Yeah.
No, I don't think they can win a championship, but I think it'd be super cool. I'm always ever since, when Golden State was in Oakland, I've been a super big Stephen Curry fan.
Yeah.
And it's cool. I would love to see him get to go out with a 5th ring. That would be insane.
Yeah.
That would just cement him as the greatest shooter of all time.
Yeah. Yeah. It could be cool for him to have a swan song. Someone else trying to have a swan song, LeBron. And you were initially a little bit worried about, is Luka going to be the fit that this team, does this actually solve the problems that this team has?
Look, so now
they're 8-2 in their last 10.
What I was scared about was, how are they going to defend a big? And so, for anybody that doesn't know, Lakers took on the Denver Nuggets. Then we are 1-14 before this game. In our last times playing, Denver has eliminated us from the playoffs the last 2 years. There is a rivalry building, and just the facts of we hate Denver.
Yes, my team, the Denver Nuggets,
to die.
Can't wait for Denver to win a championship this year. I've been such a huge Denver Nuggets
Well, what happened to Denver, Isaac?
Well, they're 9-1 in their last 10, right?
What happened? No, that's not accurate.
Yes, it is. They are 9-1 in their last 10 games played.
I thought they were on a 10-game streak. Okay, maybe they were on a 9-game streak. They were going for 10.
Yes.
And then what happened?
They lost to the Lakers.
Yeah. You know what? But that's not just what happened.
They
ran into a buzzsaw, baby. That was Luka Doncic. And he came in and he said, I understand the assignment, coach. Give me the ball. And he looked like Luka. There's still some there's still some, he's still getting used to it. He's still the confidence isn't super there. But he looked the most like Luka that you've seen since he's been in the Laker jersey. And it was so amazing to watch what they did to Joker. The third quarter, I think he only had 7 shots the whole
Yeah, actually, let me see if I can pull up that game, because I was curious. He didn't do nothing. It was his worst game of the season. Yeah, he looked bad, but that was
And
I
he
think
is-
a lot to do with the
Yeah.
way that the Lakers played in that game.
And he has historically killed Anthony Davis. And I think what it is like Anthony Davis is slow. He gives up on plays a lot. And because he's not happy. He doesn't like playing the 5. So he just is out there just like mad all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Just mad. You know what I mean? And so like he gives up a lot. And what you seen from the Lakers was just a lot of pressure. And they played the Dallas defense perfectly. Like you want to double team on a pick and roll, do it all day. We're going to skip pass all the way to the corner 3 and just drain it in your eyeballs.
Yeah, Joker had 12 points.
Yeah.
In
How
that
many
game.
shots did he have though?
He had a total of, where am I supposed to look? He was 2 for 7.
So he had 7 shots the entire game.
He had 8 of his points came from free throws. He only had 8 shots the entire game.
Yeah.
That's bananas.
Yeah, baby. Yeah. So like
So you're feeling better.
I'm
Needless
feeling
to say.
like that, and that's what I needed to see. I needed to see them go against a dominant big, and how would they respond? Because really, you have to get through Denver and you have to get through OKC. That's your path to the championship. And OKC, dude, they're a nightmare.
They're also very good. Right
They
now.
are a nightmare. I watched them play against the Timberwolves, and I was like, oh my god.
Yeah, they're 8-2.
Every
in their
time the
last 10.
Timberwolves would start putting their foot on their throat, okay, cool. And then OKC would just come back and be like, yeah, whatever, dude. And so OKC has a lot more length, though. So it'll definitely be interesting to see how they play against OKC. And they don't play them for some time. So I'm curious to see that. I'm super excited for tonight and ready to go home right now because the Lakers.
Okay. We'll keep it a shorter episode.
The Lakers are taking on tonight.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even, what is their arena called now? It used to be the Staples Center. That's all I know.
It's crypto.com
It's
arena now, isn't it?
crypto.com. That's so lame.
Yeah, lame.
Jenny Bus, dude. Just give me one of those for you. Just, that's silly. Anyways,
They're playing Dallas.
they're playing Dallas. I want to see Luka come out and just be like angry Luka. Because when angry Luka comes on the floor, dude, that's what JJ Redick told him in the Denver game. He said, I want to see a blackout moment for Luka.
Mm-hmm.
I want to see you become that killer, and that's how I'll know that you're back.
Yeah.
And so what did he do? 30 points, baby.
Mm-hmm.
Dropped
Yeah,
a 30 bomb on him.
this is exactly kind of, I think, what you're hoping for if you're the Lakers, where I think you've seen Luka since his time joining the Lakers show that, hey, when LeBron's gone,
Yep.
I can be the centerpiece of this team. The one thing that we're not going to know today, and you're going to have to watch for the next couple of years, is how healthy does he stay?
Yeah, and it still has to unfold too of like what it looks like, because Dallas looks like they can be very dominant with AD on the floor. So like things are still
gotta
yet
play,
to
though.
be revealed.
You know,
But
Luka has played. Anthony Davis has shown, oh no, I'm still glass bones.
it's so funny. He's
Anthony
like
Davis.
He's like, I'm here. I seen this video. It's like him, I'm here, and then it goes to like the Coach Carter cut scene where the music and it like pauses. Anthony Davis, in fact, is no longer here. Yeah, so
Dallas fans are gonna burn that stadium to
Dude.
the ground,
Yeah.
dude.
unless they get a championship, yeah.
I'd be pissed if I was them too.
So
100%.
I thought, but the best part was watching the post game and watching Stephen A. apologize. Because dude, and the media has been really rough on Luka, just talking about he looks uncomfortable, he looks like he doesn't want to be there, his confidence is shot, and he just shut up a lot of critics. And so it'll be interesting to see if he can have a bounce back game, and if those feelings don't come back up. That's like what I'm really curious to see is like, can he channel that mode where he just like, I'm gonna take over, I'm mad, or is it gonna be like, man, why did you do this to me? Type of thing again.
Really quick, because I know you want to go watch this game, and it's soon as we're recording this. You weren't here last week, so your thoughts on the NBA All-Star Game weekend, the fact that everyone said it sucked.
I don't know. I didn't watch it.
Okay, well.
I refuse. I stopped watching like 2 or 3 years ago. You know what I think they need to do? They need to bring coaches back. Like they make this like, what do we have to do? What do we have? You don't have a coach. a coach does what? He sets the tone for the team. And so they have no coach. They have these gimmick players playing as coaches who don't really care. They're just like hanging out with a buddy, and the player's just like, yeah, I get to hang out with Shaq for the weekend. You know what I mean? Like and so like if you want them to play a game, give them a coach and they will play a game, because the coach he's gonna create a defensive scheme. He's gonna put some plays in. He's gonna like ask for intensity, and until they do that, I'm not watching. I refuse to watch until
it was really good publicity for the NHL. It was nice that the NHL finally had a huge win over the NBA, because usually when you compare the NBA and the NHL, it's about how the NHL is a million steps behind. But this time they killed it for their All-Star
break. And the NBA
break.
is just like reeling, dude. Like, stop trying to do gimmicks. It's not that hard. Like, just bring back.
I know, I feel like we were just talking about how much positive momentum they had with all the trades.
Yeah.
Like, it was such a great trade deadline, and then just all that goodwill just straight into the toilet over that All-Star week.
But I would be interested to see what the ratings have been since, because usually like that for me, like even me, usually I don't start really paying attention to basketball until after the All-Star break, because that's when you actually start like seeing basketball being played, and not just like, hey, we're playing a game.
Right.
We're playing like a pickup game. I mean, there's still some intensity in some of the games, but like there's just a lot of games that are just like, no, yeah, we're playing kind of. And so, but after the All-Star break is when every team, like for me, that's when the NBA season starts.
Well, things are heating up. We've got spring training that's going on right now. So baseball previews will be soon.
Sports, baby.
NHL trade deadlines right around the corner. And it's going to be a really interesting one, because there's not a whole lot of teams that really suck. There's a whole lot of mid teams, and it's going to be interesting to see who thinks they're a contender and who thinks it's time to pull the plug. And basketball is starting to finally get.
I mean, we're in our final stretch. We got like 20, 25 games or something.
Crazy,
left.
Yeah, that's it.
So,
and Alex Ovechkin hat trick the other night. I guess I am going to talk about hockey for a second. Alex Ovechkin hat trick the other night. He is 13 goals away from breaking the league record for career regular season goals held by Wayne Gretzky, and he has the chance to do it this regular season. He needs to score at about half a goal pace. His like 6.5-year-old son is in the stands. He scores 3 goals right in front of him, points to him every single time, dude. That's for dope. The hat trick. It was sick.
That is super dope.
It was sick. Yeah. So the Caps are unbelievable for a team that everyone thought was going to suck. What they've done, and the career, not even renaissance, but just the fact that Alex Ovechkin at like 39 is scoring like at a 40-something goal pace is stupid. Yeah. He's going to score probably 40-something goals, and he missed 6 weeks this regular season at 39 years old. I don't know. Well, he's Russian, so might be on a little bit of the Russian gas. You never know. But anyway, even when we're rooting against each other, sports bring us together. We'll see you next week on To The House.
Go Dodgers, baby.